Still in West Africa, Nigeria, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has said the presidential pardon recently granted by the Council of States to persons that had been prosecuted for corruption was an embarrassment on the anti-corruption agencies in the country. Wike also wondered how the likes of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC and the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission ICPC would not be made irrelevant because of the action by the Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government.
Well, meanwhile, officials of Nigeria's anti-graft agencies, the EFCC and the ICPC, believe the controversial presidential pardons of Jolly Nyame, former governor of Taraba State, and Joshua Dariye, former governor of Plateau State, has damaged the morale and willingness to work.
Both individuals had been found guilty of stealing public funds and sentenced to prison. Officials from both institutions have allegedly expressed disappointment with the pardon and accused President Muhammadu Buhari of undermining the anti-corruption campaign. Joining us this morning to look at the recent reaction is a public affairs analyst and media consultant who will be joining us much later. But before we have him on the program, before he joins us, we also do understand that this is a story that quite a number of people seem to be unhappy with at this point in time. Now, there's been concerns, and concerns have been expressed by the civil society organization regarding what they have dubbed the effect such ill-thought political pardon will have on the anti-corruption efforts, in a statement signed by the CISLAC Executive Director, Awal Musa, which reads in part:
We sincerely hope the processes and objective of such presidential pardon will be re-examined and made transparent to avoid bad precedents, especially as the nation moves towards a political transition in the 2023 general election. So, Oluchi, right before we look at our guests joining us, hopefully we do understand that there's some connectivity issue and our guest is actually in transit. But the big question still stands this morning on Breakfast Central in the front or on the front burner is the fact that was this presidential pardon necessary at this point in time? Well, you just saw on the screen there a statement made by CISLAC, that's CISLAC's Executive Director, but the one known as Awal Musa, saying that this could set a bad precedent if it is not re-examined appropriately. That's the word. Appropriately.
Now, we also need to understand that the reason, according to the Council of State, for the pardon is based on their health and their age. Now, you were wondering how old are these individuals in person? They're between the ages of 60 to 68 years
that's
of
64.
age.
Daria is 64.
Exactly. So
Yama is 66.
66. So that's the age range for these individuals in question. And the crime committed, does it commemorate with the number of the years that's been given to them as imprisonment? Because we have heard of stories that we've seen scenarios of people who did far less but are serving much more sentences in the four walls of a prison, and people are beginning to wonder that how will this set a pace for the people of Nigeria? How will this make people believe in the justice system of Nigeria? How will this make the impression, or how will it create the impression on the Muhammadu Buhari-led government as we speak?
Well, everyone's still talking about this story up until now. A presidential pardon, many have said, came at the wrong time, and of course goes to show that the anti-graft agencies have actually been silenced, despite the fact that they have been pushing forward, pulling their weight to ensure that they do their jobs. But you know what?